Hey, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jamal6039, and welcome again to my channel. I'm very excited about the next coming update. Something called Special Operations, and that's going to be for the section of Year 2. So we just finished up with the celebration of Year 1. Congratulations to Ubisoft for doing such a good job, bringing in PvP, bringing in a tier system, Ghost Wars, Narco Roads, all the good stuff of which we like, and bringing in customary options for our playable characters. So now let's get down to Season 2, which is going to be the Special Operations for the first one. So, I've been notified that there is a video on this, so that's a good thing. So for those of you that are going to be confused with what I'm talking about, I will unfortunately not be able to put it in the description, but once I put this into the playlist, I will filter the other two videos that will explain this. And what I mean by other two videos is one's going to be explaining the what's going to be happening on Season 2, or sorry, Year 2, and what's going to be happening in the upcoming Special Operations 1. Now, Special Operations 1, now ladies and gentlemen, I must bring you, this is going to be a spoiler because obviously, I mean, we're getting ready to get into Year 2, and there's going to be, you know, just a little bit of a trailer, a little bit of a leak of what's actually going to be happening, so I will be putting that eventually into the description of what is going to be Special Operations 1. So let's get down to what we are going to be celebrating. So like I said, as I've said, congratulations, Year 1 is over. We're getting down to Year 2. So what they've said in their video is they've had over 10 million players, so that's actually really good for Ubisoft and for the community of Ghost Recon Wildlands in general. So like I also said, there are going to be Special Operation 1, 2, 3, and 4. So for Season 2, these are going to be the big-ass DLCs, like improvements to the game, maybe like missions such as the Predator missions, like that'll be bonus missions and such. God knows when we're actually going to get them, but I would assume since it's in Special Ops 1, 2, 3, and 4, it'd probably be for each season. At least that's my assumption. So for now, let's just get down to what they're going to be doing. So it says they're going to be doing, it says distinctly for the description that they're going to have strong theme PvE experiences, and it's going to be breaking this all down: Ghost War updates, or Ghost War PvP updates, and community request features. So for the first thing for Ghost is going to be the features for from the community. Guess what? Everybody's been asking about this one. Teammate customization for single player, ladies and gentlemen. And they do have some images of you being able to use the iconic character, so get ready to actually play Rainbow Six Siege and have the Siege team actually be into Bolivia. Also, for those of you that are really into fans of playing as girl characters and you're kind of feeling weirded out by having 3 guys follow you, guess what? Now you can have female characters follow you. Congratulations. And for those of you that are ladies and you're not really much into men, well, you know, I mean, you can still pretty much run as a lady, and or, you know, it all depends on what your view is. And I know there are some guys out there that like playing as male characters, but personally, or I'm sorry, males that play as girl characters, and vice versa. But I like playing as the gender that I actually am. I mean, it's not that I like looking at my character and looking at my character's ass, which is actually kind of gross in my opinion. I think that more of actually playing as a female character would be kind of more of highly distracting. because I mean, yeah, I am a dude and I'm supposed to like women, so I mean, it would be kind of highly distracting to be looking at my character's butt. So yeah, so I'm gonna make an assumption that I would probably die quite a lot, but that's not even the point. The point is that we're gonna have customary characters for teammates. So for those of you that want to change out your character's gender, or I'm sorry, the people that you're following around with, or maybe you just want to change them to the Siege team because maybe you're such a big fan of the Siege, or you're just wanting to play as one of the characters, like for instance, let's give you guys a quick example. I haven't seen any of the these outfits here, like the Ghost Recon outfits, the Division, Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell, or you know, any of these not iconic characters, but any of these, you know, character outfits. I have not been able to see any of those outfits actually work. So, like, any of these outfits, basically, you know, the iconic characters, so you could basically roleplay your characters as basically being Unidad snipers, IQ from Rainbow Six Siege, bowmen. Like, you could have, like, a number of bowmens following you, too. You could play as Santa Blanca characters and sit there and, like, completely frame the Santa Blanca's cartel, as in, like, maybe you could run up to, like, you maybe want to do a role play as playing as Santa Blanca running into an Unidad facility, sitting there, you know, putting in evidence that, hey, the Santa Blanca is trying to screw with Unidad, and then, you know, like, you know, just make little role plays, I guess. Or you could play as iconic characters from the actual game, like such as Carl Buchart, La Plaga, Elway, all these people that are actually in there, and just make it look like, hey, we're kind of going against you there, El Sueño. We're kind of fed up with your crap, so just expect to die, because yeah, we're all not really much fond of you anymore because we want to take over, you know, something like that. Just, you know, whatever y'all want to actually do. So that's part one. Ghost War is going to be having something called the sabotage game mode, sorry. And that's going to be a little interesting. We're going to be finding out distinctly what that is. So I found out looked a little bit more into it, and that is actually going to be you're going to be guarding. Some people are going to be on defense, some people are going to be offense. It's kind of going to be kind of like the VIP missions, except for the fact that you're actually going to be taking, you're going to be taking, what do you, you're going to be trying to defend a certain objective, and if your enemy target happens to have taken the target over, which is most likely to hack it, you will actually have either need to defend it or destroy it, or sorry, hack it. And of course, you know, it's hacking, so it's going to take a while. Of course, it's also PvP, so it's going to have to take a while for the hacking, or otherwise, you know, the game's just going to be too easy. So next one is they're going to have new PvP player maps, so get ready for that. And also for okay, Special Operations 1. This is what's coming out for Special Operations 1. Teammate customizations, the Sabotage PvP mode, new theme. Now, I'm not even 100% sure what it means by a new theme, but I guess I'll be telling you that in about a split second, because what Special Operations 1 is supposed to be a distinct theme that should already have been leaked out to most of you, and most of you should be pretty excited about this, because someone known as Matchwood, which we know from one of the previous Tom Clancy franchises, will be making an appearance. So I won't be explaining that now. I will be giving you guys the more excitement to actually hear the person's voice, to actually see the character through one of the videos. And then, like I said, I will be finishing up my Ghost Recon Wildlands playlist and having all of these set up properly, and I will be having the two videos that I've been that I'm talking about currently set up in the description. and so that way you guys can see this for yourself. They also will have will have new PvP classes coming into the game. So as like we already have an extra 4 that literally just came in just as year 1 is over, and now we're getting like a couple more, and this is actually just highly overwhelming for PvP, but this is absolutely going to just be fun. There's also going to be free PvE missions. So thus is probably the new the new character that's being introduced from one of the previous Tom Clancy series. And also, they do say that the second year pass is available. I have been trying to research on how to get it, and unfortunately I haven't found any answers. I've been trying to even get it myself on the store. I've even tried to get it in the game store, and that doesn't even seem to work either. So it says it's available, the 2-year pass, and I'm not officially sure of what it even means or even how to get it, but I've been trying, and unfortunately I can't. So all of this is supposed to be coming tomorrow and just to be notified. Actually, no, I'm sorry. More information is supposed to be coming in tomorrow about this stuff, so that's kind of a good thing. So all 2-year, so basically for the 2-year pass you get all year 2 Ghost War classes. You get customary customization packs, and then you get 5 battle crates. So that's kind of a good thing, but I don't know distinctly what is a battle crate, like which one of these they're actually going to be bringing in. I don't know if they're going to be bringing in the Spec Ops crates or the Ghost War crates, so you don't even officially know until you get them. They might be completely randomized, and to tell you the truth, I kind of hope they are. Like, maybe we just get 4 Ghost Wars and then 4 Spec Ops, or maybe you get 2 Spec Ops and 6 Ghost Wars. But I hope that maybe it would actually give us more of the option to actually pick ourselves, because as you can see, pardon me, for Ghost Wars I only need 2 or 3 more Ghost War packs. But the thing I fear is if I do get if I get my 3rd Ghost War pack, that it might give me just the last legendary pack that I have there, and then just what would you call it? Just give me the one thing and then just leave the other 2 slots empty. So I would hope that I would be able to actually choose, but it might just be 4 Ghost War crates and then like 4 Spec Ops crates, but God knows how they're actually going to do it. And as you guys can see from the Spec Ops crates over here, I'm pretty dang close to having almost everything in this entire game for DLC wise, and I believe this to actually have been a very good idea for Ubisoft to actually do. So hats off to you, Ubisoft, on this one, because I personally think this was a good way of actually getting it to actually work. And I also thank you for creating in-game currency. Now, I know most people don't like in-game currency, and I gotta agree, the first time I started playing with in-game currency, I freaking hated it. But I found out when I moved to where I did, I actually found out that where I live, they actually charge taxes on like DLCs and such. But when I actually go to in-game currency, and if I were to actually buy another credit pack, it would actually, I guess the word I would look for is eliminate the taxes. So you would no longer actually pay for taxes on buying DLCs and such. So you gotta kind of give Ubisoft some credit there. That was actually a very smart thinking, because personally, I don't like paying taxes on DLCs and games and such. I mean, I understand from buying the games, but actually physically, like, you're not even actually physically picking up the game and buying it. But you know, it's just a little way for them to basically just say, hey, we found a way for you guys. You don't need to pay for all this stuff. But I found out if I go buy actual, like, DLCs for games, like if I were to actually buy if I were to actually buy one of Batman's like the Batman Arkham Knight DLCs, I would actually be charged taxes. And once I started finding out I was getting charged taxes, my God, I was getting really angry, because I'm not actually physically getting the item, but at the same time, you know, they are kind of entitled to it. It is something I'm buying, and it is something that's kind of being an add-on. So, I mean, you know, and plus, not very many people can't afford to pay taxes. I mean, there are some people that are just like, you know, oh, I have enough, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I got to get more money. But, you know, it just depends on what your views are. And personally, like I said, I really don't like paying taxes on DLCs. But physical games themselves, I don't mind paying taxes on. But like games like downloadable games, now that kind of would make sense for them to still do that. But, you know, I'm just kind of waiting for them to actually kind of eliminate that, because I was actually, you know, I'm not into download games. I'm actually into a solid copy type game. It's not because I like paying taxes or anything. It's just because I like having a physical solid copy, because I don't trust anybody else with my games. I don't. Like, for instance, some of you view my channel for something called Warframe. I don't trust them to hold on to my game. So that's why I haven't put too much money into the game. I've actually found a good way of selling Ayatan sculptures into the game, or selling Ayatan sculptures from the game. Sorry, wrong word. And basically make an in-game currency of platinum from there, and actually being able to buy certain items. So, which is kind of good, but you still need to buy platinum at a certain point and actually, you know, start, darn it, I always hate when I do that. And, you know, just sit there and, you know, just sit there and support the community. But unfortunately, there are some people that are supporting it a little bit too much. There's people that spend loads of money on platinum, and it's, you know, it's a little overwhelming after a while. But personally, like I said, I don't spend too much money on it because of the fact that it's not a game I physically hold, and they could literally just sit there and close it at any time and just be like, you know what, this game's done. We don't care. Just go home. Go outside and play outside. Go play some soccer or something. You know, I like having a physical copy of a game. And yeah, somebody could probably steal it from my house and I'd never see it again. But, and compared to a downloaded version, if somebody were to rob my house, I could actually re-download it just as long as I have my password and such for my console. But however, Ubisoft does have, or I'm sorry, Sony does have a certain month lock onto your PlayStation console. So like now you can only have one set as primary for the PlayStation 4, and for those of you that remember from the PlayStation 3, if you have set as a primary, you could only have two, and when you only have two, you could only have those two people downloading DLCs. And once somebody actually turned off the primary from their console, you could no longer access the DLC or the game. So it was It's kind of a good thing if you think about it, because it does allow them to get more money and, you know, sit there and be able to.
There's a Sicario over here by the checkpoint.
Sorry guys, I'm just a little bit out of focus at the moment. Kind of focused on what my friend just texted me. Sorry. And yeah, just kind of, you know, it's just a good thing, because you know, it makes them money, and it keeps them in business. You can't just sit there and get things for free constantly, because if you get things for free constantly, it ruins the business. It really does. And I realize some of you are kids, and you know, sometimes you don't have enough money to afford something, but you know, that just happens. You know, you just gotta wait until your parents or you have the money, and you just sit there and go out there and start doing stuff. Like for instance, you could sit there and go out and mow lawns, doing that and making money. But you know, it just all depends on what you want to do. But you can sit there and game share, and if you get found out, you know, they probably could charge you a bit of money. So if you do end up doing it, you better make sure that you know what you're doing is illegal, in a sense. So just letting you know, it is technically pirating. I mean, that's kind of why they got rid of it in the first place, because they were just getting fed up with it. So anyway, that seems to be about it, guys. Sorry, I kind of went out on a rant on the last little section there, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope this gives you a heads up. Just remember, tomorrow there will be a little bit more information. I will give you guys a rundown on that. Hopefully the DLC, the special operations, will actually be out tomorrow, so that way I can actually give you guys a rundown on how it works and where everything is and all that. Because like I said, customary for finally getting some customizations for these weird characters were sitting right there, like Weevil and all that junk, or sorry, Weaver and Maya's. So it's going to be really fun to actually get them out of their clothes. I mean, I really have been sick and tired of actually looking different than them. Like, I actually look like like sometimes, as you guys seen before, I actually look like a legitimate military character, and actually right now I actually physically would hope that I actually look like a ghost character, but I did the best I could with what I had, and I figured I'd leave the year 1 patch on for the sake of being like, hey guys, year 1's over, like, this is my proof, year 1 is over. So like I said, I hope you guys do enjoy this video, and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos such as this, and for my next coming updated video on the special ops for Ghost Recon Wildlands. So without further ado, guys, I'm out of here, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. I'm Demo, and I'm out. Peace.